Hello, more action from the Big Fortified tasting. I'm here with the lovely Tiago. How are you, Tiago?
I'm very well, and you?
I'm pretty good, thank you. Enjoying the day.
Brilliant.
Now,
Brilliant.
we're working with you on the Carvalhas brand. Very excited.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us a bit about the brand, about the history?
Of course. So the Carvalhas brand is from Quinta Das Carvalhas. So Quinta Das Carvalhas is one of the most iconic quintas in the Douro Valley. It's in the heart of the Douro Valley, in the valley of Pinhão. So Pinhão is the town which we're next to. We have as our neighbors some of the most iconic quintas like Quinta do Noval, Quinta do Bonfim, and a few others from top producers. So the history of Quinta das Carvalhas goes back to a port shipper called Miguel de Sousa Guedes, which my grandfather acquired in 1952. So this was a very old company with many stocks of wines. So being a Portuguese shipper, we've always had a very big focus on tawny ports. But we do produce some amazing vintage and LBVs at Carvalhas as well.
Fantastic. So a wide selection there. Obviously, you specialise in tawnies. What is the number one product, the kind of top seller for Carvalhas?
So Carvalhas is a property that you can split almost in two. You've got the north-facing side, which has about 1 hour and a half less of sunshine. It's a bit cooler, where we produce some really top non-fortified wines. So that's one side of the property. The other side of the property, the south-facing side, is where our ports come from. So from the older vines with about 100 years old, we do our top single quinta vintage port. And from the bit more higher altitude vineyards, we do the tawnies, where we want a bit less color and a little bit less structure. In terms of, it's difficult to say what is the best seller. I mean, very popular, obviously on the port side, the LBV, our LBV is very popular because it is unfiltered and foot trodden. So it's pretty much treated as a vintage port. It's just the second tier of grapes, the grapes that don't make it to the vintage port. So we're very proud of our LBV. It's a small production, and we think it's of supreme quality. And thankfully, the market also recognizes that, and it's very popular. So that's on the fortified, on the ruby side. So on the tawny side, I would say the 20-year-old is a classic. My personal preference for one of our fortifieds is the 30-year-old tawny from Carvalhas. I think that is just perfect balance between a bit of youthness, but as you're already starting to kick in with some old wine. So it's really nice. And obviously we can't forget about our vintage port.
Of course, no. Fantastic. And what is on the horizon? What's coming up in terms of vintages, releases? What's happening?
So in terms of releases, we obviously every year we release, not every year, but on extremely good quality years, we release our vintage port. So we're now in the process of seeing when we're going to declare the 2021. So that's always exciting. We've got a 50-year-old tawny coming up.
Oh, exciting!
That is very, very exciting. And then we have our releases of our non-fortified wines, of the Carvalhas Vinhas Velhas, which means old vines. And that is always a special moment when we announce the release of that wine. It's our trademark non-fortified wine.
Yeah, fantastic. Lots happening. It's a very exciting brand and exclusive in the UK via Vintage Wine and Port. Now, what attracted you to Vintage Wine and Port to work with us in the UK?
I mean, when I met Tony and Claire, it was just a breath of fresh air to see people who are operating an independent business with such love for port. It is really, really interesting to see people who are true ambassadors of port, which is a unique product, but that not always has the deserved recognition. So it is beautiful to see people who breathe this product, who love this product, and it's really a pleasure and a great honor to be working with people who put port up there where it deserves to be. And of course, I went to visit the Vintage Wine and Port facilities, and I was impressed. You breathe wine inside, you breathe port, and that means a lot. And we're very happy to be working with you.
We're delighted to be working with you as well. Very excited. We go to vintagewineandport.co.uk. You can check out all of the Carvalhas range we have. Thank you so much, Tiago. Enjoy the rest of the BFT.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining me. Take care.